The India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor or IMEC is making headlines globally. The IMEC comprises two distinct routes: the East Corridor connecting India to the Middle East and the Northern Corridor connecting the Middle East to Europe. This extensive network integrates a railway corridor, a hydrogen pipeline, and high density optical fiber cables. Now, since both US and Europe are involved in this project, it becomes imperative to know how Russians view this initiative. Also, this economic corridor is poised to challenge Russia's INSTC or International North South Transport Corridor. So, just days ago, Putin commented on the IMEC and surprisingly, he commended the ambitious project.
I think that will only benefit us and it will only help us in developing logistics. First and foremost, this project has been discussed for several years by now, although the United States of America decided to jump into the project in the very last moment, although I do not really see any rationale for them to be in this project. Maybe it's purely important for them in terms of certain business interests. At the same time, the additional movement of cargo along this corridor is basically a complement to the North-South Corridor project that we develop on our own. So there is nothing that could interfere with that. The North-South Transportation Corridor allows us to leave the Persian Gulf and India. If there will be one more route added, I think that also includes Israel, then we can go through the Black Sea all the way to the Mediterranean Sea.
What? Instead of opposing an initiative which US and Europe are a part of, Putin went on to announce that Russia might be able to participate in the project in future. To understand this, we must first understand what is INSTC. This is a route for moving freight between India, then Iran, Azerbaijan, Russia, Central Asia, and then Europe. This project has been facing some problems of late, primarily because Iran is heavily sanctioned by the West. Now, Putin knows that, barring Europe, Russia enjoys good ties with all IMEC members. That is, India, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Israel. What Putin is saying is that it may connect with Israel in near future through the Black Sea and reap the benefits of the corridor. Now, this is super interesting because Russia here is simply mulling the idea of joining a bloc backed by West. It is understandable that Russia could not criticize this project since India is involved. It cannot antagonize India in a bid to attack the West. So Putin took a more optimistic way. Now, let's talk about the biggest losers of this project: Iran and Pakistan. Once this corridor takes off, it will render two potential trading corridors totally useless. One is the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor or CPEC, and the second, as discussed earlier, the INSTC. So, the significance of both Iran and Pakistan in global trade will surely take a hit. But it must be noted that the only country to oppose the IMEC so far has been Turkey. Turkish leader Recep Tayyip Erdogan has demanded that his nation must be added to the bloc. He also announced that his country would work with Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Iraq regarding the railway and port corridor announced on the sidelines of the G20 summit over the weekend. So, that is the geopolitics around the IMEC so far. It remains interesting how China sees this because it also hurts the prospects of China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI. But now, since Russia has spoken in favor of this and it also involves China's Arab partners, that is UAE and Saudi Arabia, it would not be an easy task for China to outrightly condemn it. Thanks for watching Outright. Now you can subscribe to our channel for more such insightful videos on world affairs. See you in the next video.